wildlife keepers here at Utah's Hogle Zoo. And today we're celebrating Jabali and the fact that she could have her baby any day now. So we're super excited and we're just throwing her a baby shower to celebrate. In honor of Jabali's baby shower, we're going to be talking a little bit about gorilla conservation and how you can help gorillas in the wild. So gorillas play a really important role in the wild. They are seed dispersers. So generally out in the wild, gorillas do a lot of foraging. They walk around, they eat a lot of fruits and grasses and, tree leaves and everything, all the stuff that has a lot of seeds in it. And then they go around and they go to another patch of fruit or trees or grasses. And as they're walking through the forest, they're pooping out all the seeds of all the plants that they just ate. So that's a really important thing in a forest that really relies on seed dispersers like gorillas to thrive. So gorillas play a huge role in making sure that all those forests that not only house them but house thousands of other species is maintained and continues to thrive. So they play a really important role in that. As seed dispersers, they do play an important role in sort of the food chain because they sort of ensure that all the plant material continues growing as seed dispersers, and therefore all the plant eaters, continue having things to eat, and all the predators that eat those plant eaters continue having things to eat. So they sort of play a really huge part in that natural food chain of the forest. So one of the main threats to gorillas in the wild is mining. So basically miners will come into the forest and they're mining for a mineral called coltan. Coltan is used in all sorts of different small electronics, especially cell phones and all those really small sort of handheld devices. And so miners come into the forest and they create roads to their different mines. And so they're actually infiltrating the forest that's can be really impenetrable in a lot of places. Gorillas can be hard to find. And so the roads that these miners create is allowing poachers to get into the forests a lot easier, to access those gorillas. Also, obviously, the miners are doing a lot of deforestation to create these mines, so they're also destroying the gorillas' habitat. So there's several ways that this mining is affecting gorillas in the wild. So what we at the zoo always say for how we here can help those gorillas in the wild, we can actually recycle all those small handheld electronics. Here at the zoo, you can actually bring those electronics in, and we have a box that you can put those electronics in the box to recycle, and we'll do that for you. So it's as easy as just coming in and bringing your old iPhone to the zoo and just putting it in that box, and we'll recycle that, and you're helping gorillas in the wild just by doing that. Another really easy way for us to help not only gorillas but so many other animals in the wild is just to really be thoughtful when you're doing your shopping. If you're really paying attention to the labels of the products you're buying and you're looking for companies that really commit themselves to using sustainable products, as sustainable paper and forest products, and sustainable palm oil is a big one as well. That can really help orangutans as well in the wild. Just pay attention to those products that you're buying and really look for the companies that are using sustainable products to make their products. That's a really easy way to help animals in the wild, including gorillas as well as orangutans. The Cheyenne Mountain Zoo has developed an app that's actually sort of just when you go grocery shopping, it just helps you do your grocery shopping. It helps you find those products without having to read all the labels yourself. The Cheyenne Mountain Zoo Palm Oil app, it's free to download on your devices, and it assists you in finding those products that are created by companies that are committed to using sustainable palm oil or aren't, so you can be, a smarter shopper when you're looking for your products. Palm oil is in itself not a bad product. It's actually very efficient. You don't have to use as much land to create a lot of the product. So it is actually a great product. It can be used in so many things. The problem is when companies are not creating that product sustainably. So, over in those countries that create a lot of the palm oil, instead of reusing current palm oil plantations and therefore, yes, having to wait, to reuse, to kind of cut down or burn down the, original trees and then plant more on the exact same plantation, they're cutting down more trees to create more and more and more palm oil plantations. And that's extremely unsustainable. It's definitely possible to use just one crop of land to create palm oil over and over again. It is a more difficult process, but it is much more sustainable. And it's that deforestation that those companies are creating that's really threatening the habitats of thousands of animals over in those countries. So that's why palm oil itself is not a bad product. It's actually a great product. But the key is to look for sustainable palm oil. And there are many companies who are committed to using sustainable palm oil, and there are many companies that aren't. So that's kind of the difference when you're doing that shopping, to try and commit yourself to looking for those companies that are committed to using sustainable palm oil, because in the end, that will really be a lot better for the environment. So every year, a lot of AZA zoos participate in an event called Gorillas on the Line. It's a campaign where basically, I think it's the month of April, usually, maybe March and April, where all the zoos ask the public to bring their, small handheld electronics to recycle at the zoos. Usually you can get a discounted ticket price to do that. And it's basically just like a big push to get a lot of these phones and Kindles and all sorts of those electronics recycled all at once so that we can ship them all over and kind of, process it to get that coltan that's in those electronics. So Utah's Hogle Zoo participates in that campaign every year, and it's been a really successful campaign worldwide. So yeah, it's a great campaign, and we do participate in it every year, and it really helps gorillas in the wild. If you're wondering how you can help our gorillas prepare for their new edition, then you can head to Utah's Hogle Zoo's website, and you can look up our gorilla baby wish list. Thanks so much for attending Jabali's virtual baby shower and learning how you can help gorillas in the wild.